I'm really excited to have Jimmy Tebeau from the Jimmy Tebeau Show and the Schwag here on our show with us tonight. Man, he's a really cool cat, and welcome to the show, Jimmy.
Hi, thanks for having me on. I'm zooming in from St. Louis.
Right on. Man, you got a killer background.
Oh, yeah, it's a little psychedelic. You know, Zoom has this new feature of, hey, you can put your own background in. So, of course, I'm going to choose something psychedelic. Why not, you know?
Of course. Looks great. So how have you been doing? Are you staying
Pretty
sane
good.
at this crazy time?
Yeah, I haven't played a public gig, you know, at a club or a theater in man, probably 5 weeks. Although we've been doing a string of online streaming shows. And we've done 4 full band streaming shows. And then the last 4 I did were solo acoustic because we're still under a stay-at-home order in St. Louis, and they're discouraging people to get together. Although that's all changing here real soon, and the band will be getting together soon because the governor of Missouri just announced that they're modifying the rules.
May the 4th, he's going to be opening up the doors for us to go about our business again, is the understanding.
Yeah, within certain limitations.
Right.
And as far as businesses, I think it's just you got to do a 25% capacity and still try to maintain some social distancing. Although I went to Walmart Supercenter not too long ago, and at that time, about half the people had masks on and gloves. But still, a lot of people were getting within 6 feet of each other. You know, once you're going down those aisles, it's hard to maintain some social distancing. It's like if you see a friend, you're not going to have a conversation and shake their hand. And you might not even recognize them because they might have a mask on.
I think they'd recognize you. It'd be hard. I get recognized whenever I go out, even if I have my mask on. They're like, "Oh, I know that ponytail anywhere." So we got to kind of tuck all of our fur back in if we want to go do something like that, and not get approached. I think.
Yeah, you're right. I guess that I was not making eye contact with anyone, but you're right. The dreadlocks are probably, well, I'll say a dead giveaway or a dread giveaway.
It's a dead giveaway, right? So have you guys been doing all right and enjoying your time? What kind of different things have you been doing since you've been forced to have to be more creative at home?
Well, the big thing is we're utilizing our video cameras in a different way. We bought these video cameras probably about 3 or 4 years ago, and just to videotape our shows. And then we started figuring out how to stream the shows through these cameras. Then we bought more cameras, and then I started live streaming my radio show back in January. And then when this happened, I just pulled all the stuff out and set it up here in our rehearsal studio in St. Louis, which is by our offices. And let's see if I can show you. Yeah, I kind of got some of it set up here. I got the Blackmagic switcher and then the mixer board, and I got a voice processor.
That's a really nice setup you have there, Jimmy. What do you guys use that for?
Yeah, so I've been getting into this, and some, you know, like I'll play MP4s over on this computer and broadcast through this one. And so I've been getting more into this technology. So, and this is what we've been using to get our music out to the people while everyone's in quarantine. We've done 8 shows. We're getting back together this weekend, actually, and we're going to start rehearsals. And with things opening back up May 4th, you know, that means probably some shows will be rolling in.
So with everything that's going on, are you guys planning on getting back into live events, or what are your thoughts with that?
Right? I don't know. As long as we can play at places that are open enough to do this social distancing, and that'll probably only be through May, I would guess. Now in early June, we're playing down at Bird's Adventure Center in Ozark, Arkansas.
That wouldn't happen to be the place that the legendary Bird Fest happens every year, is it?
That is a Bird Fest. That's Bird Fest 20. Yeah, this is our 10th year and 20th event, and that's 800 acres right on the Mulberry River, and the place can hold 12,000 people.
You know, all my friends love going to Bird Fest. Every year, they are so stoked about it, and that's all I hear about. They're like, are you ready to go to Bird Fest? I'm like, man, serious? Who isn't?
Yeah, Bird Fest is a lot of fun. You know, we've never done more than 2,000 people there, and you know, at the beginning of June, we might only do 1,000 people, but the place is so big that it's everyone's going to be spread out so much that you know, it's there's so much room that
Cool.
we'll still be way under the 25%. And the campground's been open this whole time. You know, they just been kind of spacing the campers out and floating people and renting cabins and
Right.
that. So that's a good thing. So we're looking forward to that.
So what's up with Schwagstock? Is that still going down?
Schwagstock is still happening. That's July 31st and August 1st, Jerry Garcia's birthday.
Nice.
And that's going to be at the Shrine Camp in Waynesville, Missouri, not too far from where you live. And
Right.
we're looking forward to that. That should be fine. Anyway,
That'll be
it's just, I think what the big concern is indoor venues, like 200 and 300 body venues, and then you get 200 or 300 people crammed in like a small shoebox, and they're all right on top of each other on the dance floor. That could be dangerous. Where I think the first types of shows that'll be rolling open in May will be outdoor shows where you can really spread out and not get too big of a crowd. I don't think the major festivals will start rolling in until later in the season. A lot of them have canceled, postponed, or you know, they moved to the fall, or just some have just completely fallen apart, or they're just said we're going to do it next year.
You know, I think your better events that are hanging out to see what's going on and keeping their program laid out to happen. These are the events that I want to check out anyhow. As long as everything gets toned down in proper time frame, I don't see any reason why we can't have these big festivals. You know, it makes me think, you mentioned Jerry Garcia a moment ago, but I think if people went back to the style of how we partied back then, we were more spread out. We had the blankets laid out on the ground. We might have our little hibachi and just like enjoying the event and hanging out with people. But even then, they did it right. There was a level of social distance. You had your powwow circle and stuff like that, but you know, it wasn't everybody up on top of each other. They weren't moshing at the moment either.
No, that's what I was thinking, is our crowd spreads out anyway, and it's only certain parts of the show that they could if we're at an outdoor event where there's a lot of room. Now, if it's a small club, everyone's right up on the stage. So maybe those type gigs won't start happening until June or July. But, and you know, you were asking about what we've all been doing since the quarantine. You know, I have been making a lot of these videos, and that the band, we've all been in contact. We've Zoomed together. We actually tried jamming together through Zoom, but there's too much latency. There's a little bit of delay there, so we couldn't lock in on our groove. But it was kind of nice to get a break, though, I feel, because we were hitting it so hard doing a lot of the live shows that it was good to kind of sit back.
Did you find yourself having kind of a road trip withdrawals, or, you know, like sitting out in the van being like, all right, we're going somewhere today?
No, not really. You know, it's like I haven't had to put any gas in the van in like a month.
Isn't that nice? Have you been really enjoying the time with your family?
Yeah, and I've been hanging out with the kids a little bit more. Although I am ready to get back to some live music playing. So this quarantine has forced us to hone our streaming skills, and it was our first time ever streaming in a studio environment, you know, controlled, quiet environment compared to a show with a bunch of people.
You really get to joke around and have a good time whenever you're that close together. I mean, it's the element, right? Let people know where they can find you and check out some more of your music and hear the band, check out the radio station.
They can go to theschwag.com, theschwag.com. And our website and Facebook page has a listing of our upcoming events. So we're looking forward to getting back to playing.
Right on, Jimmy. Thank you so much for coming out, spending your time, sharing your love with everybody. Keep putting out them killer jams, brother. We love you.
Thank you for having me. Much love, much appreciation, and really excited to see your shows.
Without further ado, we're going to let Jimmy Tebeau do what he does best and play his guitar, sing us a beautiful song. It's by the Grateful Dead, and it's called Mountains of the Moon. So hope you enjoy it. Let's go check it out.
Cold mountain water, the jade merchant's daughter, mountains of the moon lecture, bowing bend to me. Hi-ho, the Garian Grove, Holly riddle. Hi-ho, the carrion crow, bowing bend to me. Hey, Tom Banjo. Hey, a laurel. Mother love, you may sow. Mother love, you may sow. Hey, the laurel, hey, the city in the rain. Hey, 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 the wild wheat waving in the wind. 20 degrees of solitude, 20 degrees in all the dancing kings and wives assembled in their hall. Lost is the long and loneliest Sibyl flying all along mountains of the moon. Hey, Tom Banjo, it's time to matter. The earth will see you all through this time. The earth will see you all through this time. Down by the waters, Marsh King's daughter, did you know? Dressed in tatters, always will be. Tom, where did you go? Mountains of the moon, electric. Mountains of the moon, all along, mountains of the moon. Hi-ho, the carrion crow, folly holly riddle. Hi-ho, the carrion crow, bowing to me. Bend 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 to me.
Right on. Thanks, brother. See you.
See you later.